Hello everyone, I'm Julie and I'm your first speaker this afternoon. So how's everyone feeling today? Feeling good? Okay, that's good. All right, so today I'm going to share with you a few moments where I took risk and it changed my life. My presentation title is I am who I am and that is enough. You might be thinking, what does knowing of oneself have to do with risk and luck? Well, in my experience, it's everything you need to know for your risk assessment. Before I dive into it, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. How many of you chose a course that you are passionate about? A show of hands? Okay, that's quite a lot, I would say. That's good. Okay, so how many of you chose a course because your parents asked you to? Oh wow. Okay, not a lot. That's good. That's good. Okay, last question. How many of you are here because you have no choice? Oh, hi. I saw you. Hi. Okay. To those who chose a course that you are passionate about, I would like to say congratulations because being in your own element is the best place to be. And to those who feels like the future is filled with uncertainty, how exciting. It is an opportunity for you to understand yourself better. Today I'm going to share with you a quote from my favorite book. It's The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. It is never too late or too soon. It is when it is supposed to be. One day when you're older and you look back at your life, trust me, you're going to have this aha moment when you realize you are where you're supposed to be. You see, on my journey, I always enjoyed being on the stage. And my first dream was to become a singer. Well, that didn't happen because I didn't have a unique voice. So at the age of like 13 to 16, I actually joined singing lessons at Lee Wei Song School of Music. So after school, I'll be at Lee Wei Song School of Music, practicing singing, dancing, and also some media training. And I had a few opportunities to perform at events. So one of my favorite memory was when I was 15. I actually performed at the indoor stadium as a backup dancer. I mean, to me back then it was a big deal. And then at the age of 16, it was my first time experiencing acting classes. And Lee Wei Song spoke to me. He was like, so we discovered that you have talent in acting. Do you want to consider being an actress instead? And I was pretty open to that idea because I had so much fun doing acting classes at Lee Wei Song School of Music. I was never particularly good at studying in school. So after my N-levels, I told my parents that I do not want to take my O-levels. My parents was furious at me. And then they're like, no one does this. Like, why are you going to do this? I'm like, I'm just very sure that I want to take an art education instead. So no one can comprehend why I did that. But despite of their objection, I kind of like did it anyway. My first choice was LaSalle, but they say I should come back after my O-levels. Just as I was about to give up, my mentor from Lee Wei Song School of Music told me this. Believe in yourself. You can achieve anything as long as you seize the opportunity and work hard towards it. And then he suggested going to NAFA. I look up and then I got myself an opportunity to audition for the school. And when I got my acceptance letter, like, I was really, really thrilled. Before I got my acceptance letter, my secondary school teacher was like, Julie, without an O-level cert, you are not going anywhere. But I was like, yeah, that's so true. But I'm going to NAFA. Bye. And I just got this like knowing that I'm on my right path. And that very year, I joined the New Paper, New Face. and I won the first runner-up, and I also made my official debut as an actress. I mean, none of these would have happened if I didn't take the risk to forge my own path. And that is a journey to a path less traveled. A lot of times on your journey, people is going to dictate how you're going to walk your path. But if you know yourself well, just take that step anyway. No one's going to judge. So this is my very, very first vision board. At the age of 17, I kind of wrote this down. So as you can see, there is 3 career goals and 1 personal goal. To me, vision board acts like a GPS. I enter my destination, and then I just take my route. Sometimes I don't really know where I'm heading to be honest. But I just walk anyway. So 18, I'm going to be a female lead for a Chinese drama. At 21, I'm going to be the female lead for movies. At 25, I'm going to break into the international market. And then at age of 31, I will get married. So when I was 18, I had my very first opportunity. It was for a blockbuster called A Song to Remember. And I needed to take a semester off to film that. My parents were furious at me. They were like, you gave up O-levels to go to your dream school, and now you're going to stop school and go for a career? Why are you a quitter? And I was like, no, I'm not quitting. I just needed to take this step to achieve my goals. And so I did. And then after that, I went back to school and complete my diploma in Chinese theatre. After graduation, I signed with MediaCorp and did my very first movie, That Girl in Pinafore, as a female lead. That year, I was 21. So after graduation, I signed with MediaCorp, and I did what I always wanted to do, to be an actress. I was having lots of fun, I was enjoying, and at the age of 24, I had my very first acting award. So based on my vision board, I was on track, right? But I wasn't happy. I think to a lot of people, they really cannot comprehend, like, you achieved everything what you wanted. How can you not be happy? This is your dream come true, and you're not happy? And then that was the time I asked myself, what do I really, really want? So at the age of 24, after receiving my acting award, I made a decision to leave MediaCorp. So what I'm trying to share throughout my talk is, taking risks apply to every facet of your life. And after leaving MediaCorp, I continued to do a multitude of things. I started an F&B business with my friends and my cousin. I went to China in search of new acting opportunities. And one of the most important things is I learned to trust myself more. And also to learn to say no to things that doesn't resonate with me. I rejected a contract from China because they wanted me to undergo cosmetic surgery. And that just didn't sit well with me. You see, I spent my whole life struggling with my looks, with myself, and I just don't want to change myself for anyone. And after that, when I come back from China, COVID happened. But that wasn't going to stop me from doing the things that I want to do. I dove into gaming, content creation, and I learned golf as well. And also at the same time, back then, I also publicly share about my mental health struggle just as I was discovering it. And I think this whole journey of sharing feels so real for me. And it also feels like I can connect with everyone. Because at the end of the day, we are just human beings. I can be an actress, I can be a content creator, I can be this, I can be that, but I'm just a human being after all. And what I really wanted to do is to connect with people. So back at my vision board, there is this last part of my personal goal that I wanted to achieve, which was to be married by 31. Not only I'm not married, I ended my 4 years relationship before turning 31. I mean, that was a life that I've been building leading up to 31. And of course, I asked myself, like, am I going to just give up? Then I realized it's not about giving up. And halfway through your course, you're allowed to change your destination if it doesn't resonate with you or sit right with you. Connecting with your innermost feelings is the most important thing to do. So after ending my 4 years relationship, I froze my eggs and started on my healing journey. And over there is my best friend, Laron. Unfortunately, she's not here today, but she will watch the video. So this is her helping me to do the IVF process. I would say it's a very interesting process, and I learned so much about myself during that period of time. I learned that I can be strong, independent, and I learned to love myself so much more during this period of time. And after that, I kind of like did a lot of things. I went snowboarding, I went diving, and I think one of the most interesting things that I learned about myself is I am very strong and resilient. And I think this is something that I can say about myself. And there is one common trait that I realized throughout my whole life is I'm willing to take the risk to lose what it seems like the world rather than losing myself, which was everything. So in all major decision-making moments, I would never ever risk losing myself. Because this is very important. And one of my major takeaway that I want you guys to have today is live a life that you are proud of, not for anyone else, but yourself. Right now, I'm going to share with you a little ritual that I do before I sleep. So before I go to bed, I would think of 5 things that I'm grateful of. And then I will recite this to myself. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. Can you guys say this together with me? I am who I am, and that is enough. Thank you. And also right now at 32, I stand before you and share with you guys my life experience. And I feel like my life has just begun. So I'm really excited to what's going to come. So thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you.